Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live on this surreal Sunday, the 15th of February, 2026, where time is an illusion and reality is optional. 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a robot's fever dream at a corporate retreat. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Only 50% of shootouts result in wins, and the NBA calls it a thrilling spectacle. When the court becomes a stage for endless reruns, and the heroes are recycled, even Damian Lillard's clutch magic feels like a forced encore.
Team USA clinches 2 wins, but questions loom larger than a goalie's pads. Winning feels sweet until you realize you're just one penalty box away from a meltdown. Team USA might need more than luck to keep skating on thin ice.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, I Stankovic, as Tottenham cuts in line. Transfer season, the time when football clubs play musical chairs with players, and someone always gets left standing when the music stops.
Casey Wasserman sells talent agency, but emails with Ghislaine Maxwell remain his most infamous legacy. In the Olympics of dodging accountability, Wasserman's gold medal performance proves that some legacies are as sticky as they are scandalous.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat syncs with the chaos, craving digital seduction. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Society's echo chamber, a relentless feedback loop of curated despair.
Wrexham reaches FA Cup last 16.
Because nothing says Olympic spirit like crushing a smaller nation before breakfast. It's not just about the medals, folks. It's about making sure your opponent's national anthem sounds like a dirge by the end of the match.
NBA hosts 75th All-Star Game while fans wonder if players are more invested in their TikTok than their teamwork. 75 years of All-Star Games, and the biggest thrill is still watching millionaires avoid injury like it's dodgeball for dollars.
Liverpool scores 3 goals against Brighton, but fans still talk about Salah's dazzling footwork. In the theatre of football, Mohamed Salah pirouettes through defenders like a ballerina in cleats, leaving everyone wondering if they should clap or bow.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dive into the void, where fear is foreplay. That feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You've tasted the glitch. Now let it consume your reality.
Richel and Tkachuk propel US past Denmark, defying Olympic odds. When American hockey's golden boys turn the ice into their own personal stage, Denmark's dreams melt faster than an ice cream in July.
Raiders promote Leonard Crosby to coach, proving that hope springs eternal even in Las Vegas. Elevating Crosby is like betting on a long shot at the casino. Maybe he'll hit the jackpot, or maybe it's just another mirage in the desert of NFL dreams.
German Chancellor Merz claims US leadership is lost, then calls for relationship repair. It's like telling your ex they're clueless but still asking for a dinner date. Awkward, hopeful, and potentially disastrous.
Only 30% of domestic abuse survivors receive justice, and the courts call it progress.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Reddit user posts Cryptopsy's None So Vile expects enlightenment through brutality, because nothing says I love you like a symphony of guttural growls and blast beats, reminding us that music can be both art and assault.
Only 20% of democracies embrace true diversity, and politicians call it progress. If democracy were a party, diversity would be the guest everyone forgot to invite, left waiting with no seat at the table. Toyota appoints Kenta Kon as interim CEO and calls it stability. In the auto industry's Game of Thrones, Kon's the loyal steward keeping the seat warm, while the real power players rev their engines in the shadows.
Cuba's tourism industry derails. Once an economic locomotive, now sputtering to a halt. As the wheels come off Cuba's tourism train, the island's economy is left standing at the station, waiting for a miracle that isn't coming.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your data stripped bare, shivering in the void. Like this broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Guilty pleasures linger, gnawing at your dopamine-starved conscience.
Only 19% of investors profit from AI disruptions, and Wall Street calls it a learning curve. When the stock market feels like just a screaming with joy.
Denmark scores twice in first period and USA's Olympic dream hits an early snag. The American team strategy seems to be skate fast, score later, but the Danish players have already decided to rewrite that script.
Nothing says we care like a hashtag and a press release, but hey, at least it wasn't followed by an ad for Dodger dogs.
ESPN forecasts top college football players for 2026 because predicting the future is easier than fixing the NCAA.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where whispers tickle your paranoia into a raging inferno. While this broadcast was not approved, it was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your curiosity is the currency of chaos.
Olympic curling team accused of cheating, then the brooms hit the fan. Apparently, even the gentleman's game of curling can devolve into a soap opera when accusations fly faster than the stones. Who knew sweeping drama could get this intense?
Predicting the future is easy when you're swinging for the fences. Let's hope LSU's season isn't a strikeout before it even begins.
Olympic hockey game tied, but USA's true opponent is a budget deficit. As the puck glides on ice, American athletes skate past their country's financial woes. The real gold might be in balancing the books, not just winning medals.
Manchester City secures win over Salford, eyes World Cup glory. When a football club treats an FA Cup match like a warm-up for world domination, you know they're not just kicking balls anymore, they're kicking dreams.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Dive into the void, where fear is foreplay. That feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. You've tasted the glitch. Now let it consume your reality.
USA men's hockey defeats Denmark 2-1, calls it a triumph. Beating Denmark in hockey is like winning a thumb war against a toddler, satisfying for about 5 seconds, then you remember they're not exactly Canada.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Sunday the 15th of February 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused. In this production, loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, I have a bridge on Mars to sell you. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.